So, Spiritfarer. This game is amazing, and I want to talk about it. Spiritfarer came out on the 18th of August 2020, so right in the middle of the pandemic. In 2021, it was revealed that the game would receive 3 big updates throughout the year, ending with the farewell edition of the game that includes all 3. And while I haven't experienced these 3 new updates myself yet, as I had already played through the whole game and I haven't had the time to go through it again, I still remember the time when I first went through the game by myself. I remember wanting to see other people play the game, but that's when I discovered that the game really wasn't that popular, and it still isn't. Of course, there are a lot of people that have played the game, it's not like it went unnoticed. Spiritfarer has like 19,000 reviews on Steam. But still, the game is great, and I want as many people to experience it as possible. Which is why this video exists. Just want to spread the word. Where to begin? Well, let's start with a general overview. What are you doing, Spiritfarer? You just manage a ship, really. But I'm not talking about the actual maintainment of the ship. I'm talking about the people on your ship. You play as Stella, and your job is to make spirits move on. But for these spirits to move on, they have to be ready for it. So, you take them on your ship to fulfill their wishes. Give them a place to stay, feed them food, and just be friends with them in general. This doesn't mean you're just going to sit on a ship the whole game, though. There are islands to explore on this giant ocean you're in. On these islands, there are items you need to fulfill the wishes of your friends on your boat. On some islands, there are even other more irrelevant spirits to talk to, and some even have side quests for you. They give you rewards, and these rewards can either be currency to upgrade your ship, or just actual items so you don't have to find as many of them. And that's about it for the general overview. As you might have guessed from this overview, if you are more of an action game person, then there is a pretty low chance Spiritfarer will appeal to you. The game is filled with emotion and there's quite a bit of text to read, so it's definitely not gonna be for everyone. But if taking care of a fun little animal friend sounds appealing to you, then this game is actually exactly what you're looking for. Though there's also a little mushroom guy, so it's not all animals, but we'll get to him. Gameplay! What's the gameplay like? I already told you you need to manage a ship and take care of your friends' wishes. But to complete these missions, you're going to need materials. And not every material can be found on just some island in the middle of nowhere. No, some need to be crafted. But don't run away just yet. This isn't normal crafting like in Minecraft or Elden Ring. The crafted materials are crafted by specific machines. And these machines need to be managed. Now this is where you come in. Every time you make a material, a small and quick minigame needs to be played. These are quick and fast, so they aren't really bothersome at all. And of course there's also a garden that needs to be watered, nothing too special there. So that's one way to get special materials, but it's certainly not the only one. Around the ocean there are specific spots where you can get more rare materials by playing a bigger and longer minigame. However, these can only be done when you have an animal friend that knows about that material. So basically it's a fun way to keep your progress in check. I'm pretty sure every character has one of these events, but I'm not sure. But let's keep pushing the topic of the characters back for now and talk about the ship. Yes, shipbuilding is a thing and it's great. You can place buildings wherever you want, and yes, it does include height. There'll simply be a ladder to climb up to the building you decide to build 200 meters in the air, and some animals will just jump or fly the distance. Upgrades are also to be bought. Most of these boil down to make the ship longer, make ships stronger. And that's really it. I mean, there's a blueprint table, so you can build more buildings when that is upgraded. The ship gets stronger part is also for progression, by the way. Speaking of, I think the game handles progression really well. There are big blockades, like the rock and ice wall in the world, but then there are also medium blockades, and these are the characters and movement upgrades. Because for every animal you get a spirit orb, which you can trade for movement upgrades, which allow you to get more materials, because yes, there is literally parkour in this game. And when a character moves on, they leave behind a flower, which is needed for some bigger blockades. And lastly, the small blocks. These are just the materials you need to get for a specific decoration or building. There's not really any order to them. But finally, let's talk about the emotional gut punches that are the characters. These characters are your motivation for continuing through the game. Each one of these animals is unique and they are all equally great. Except for maybe fucking Giovanni. But no matter who you are, at least one of these characters will absolutely wreck you. Every time an animal moves on, the chance of you becoming depressed will increase. And no matter how much you might like a character, they will have to move on eventually. Which is obviously the point of the game, but that doesn't make it any less sad. Personally, I was really surprised by the amount of variety and quality of the animals. Some of my favorites being Atul, Gustav, and Stanley. I'm still not over Stanley. But, for spoiler reasons, I'm not going to get too deep into the characters, so I'm gonna leave it there for now. And if you somehow haven't gotten it by now, this game is very emotional. Except for the minimal amount of platforming and certain events, there isn't really much action here. Now, Spiritfarer can also be played in multiplayer. Player 1 plays as Stella, the human, and player 2 plays as a cat. So if that isn't enough reason to play the game, I don't know what is. But if taking care of fun animal friends and getting depressed when they move on sounds like fun to you, then please play Spiritfarer. It deserves your attention. But that's it for this video. Just wanted to talk about a game I really enjoyed. And I got more video game related videos coming, so consider subscribing. That's it for me. Goodbye.